Sometimes it's soft as a misty rain that gently touches my soul. It goes the fire that burns in me, and I simply lose control. So just rain down on me, let your love just fall like raindrops of rain on me. So just rain down on, let your love just fall like raindrops of rain on me. Yes. On a perfect day, I know that I can count on you. If that's not possible, no. Tell me, can you weather the storms? Body you stand by me, yeah. The good times and bad times should always be right there for me. 'Cause sunny days.
Hey girls, y'all, I hope this is not looking too crazy as far as you know, the distance of the camera and stuff like that. But anyway, girls, I did cook today. Well, I kind of started cooking. Y'all know how that is. So I started cooking. I made some po man oxtails, which are turkey necks. So basically I put them in the crock pot. I put the broth in them, like beef broth. And then I put some onions and seasoning, and y'all, literally, I just let them stay in the crock. Well, it's a slow cooker. So I let them stay in the slow cooker for about maybe like, girl, probably like, I'm gonna say 6 hours. It's been like 6 hours. So I did that. It's been a gloomy day. It's been raining all day. So I've just kind of been home. I have not picked up the camera, y'all. It is after, what, 9 o'clock? And so that's been basically my day. You know, I did some administrative behind the scenes boring stuff, but I'm sure it's not anything that you guys want to see. I did drop a blog yesterday, so that went out, and then I had to upload a hair video. But yeah, girl, so y'all be careful when dealing with some of these companies. I had a company that emailed me, and I was thinking that it would be, you know, a good opportunity to work with them, you know, being that they wanted to advertise a certain product that really is, you know, in line with my brand or whatever. So everything was going well. Well, unfortunately, they sent me the contract, and y'all know I'm a reader, you know what I'm saying? And so I noticed that one of the clauses in the contract was kind of concerning. So what I did, I took the entire contract and I uploaded it to ChatGPT. Y'all know how I do. And so I ran it through. I asked ChatGPT to analyze the contract. Girl, y'all, they came back with so much stuff. So one of the things that they came back with was, one of the clauses was where the company wanted, they basically wanted me to commit to how the video was gonna perform. And in the event that the video didn't perform as expected, I would have had to pay them back twice the amount that they were paying me for this partnership. So that was a red flag for me. And so then I read some more, then some more, and then some more. So basically I emailed them and I let them know that, you know, right now is just not the best time to move forward considering the terms in their contract. So they were basically asking me what clause. So girl, it was 7. It was 7 extremely concerning clauses or whatever. So I sent it back to them. Of course, they couldn't say anything because they're not used to people reading contracts. A lot of times, I just think like some, you know, sometimes when you are a newer creator and a newer influencer, a lot of times people don't expect that you're gonna take the time to read through things. They really only think that you're gonna do that when you're seasoned or if you have a management team behind you. So if you guys don't like to read, just get accustomed to using, you know, chat or whatever so it can help you, because the last thing you want to do is to commit to a company and tell them that you're going to, the video is going to perform to a certain level. Because the thing with social media, it's a blessing to do this, but sometimes it can be fickle and you don't know what's going to perform. So you never want to commit and be like, okay, well, I can guarantee you that this video is going to get X amount of views, and then if it doesn't, then you know you're caught up in a situation. So girl, just for my non-readers out there that don't like the boring legal mumbo jumbo, girl, just run that thing, run it back through chat, and have them do the work for you. And if you still feel that the things are alarming or concerning, just, you know, contact the company. You can either request a change of contract, or either you can just choose not to move forward. But honestly, it just wasn't worth it. It was because they would have had to change the entire contract, and for me, it wasn't worth going back and forth. And so I did give them the opportunity to work with me again at a later date. I just basically said in a very nice way, you know, once you can get your contract together, and if even, you know, your financial budget, maybe we can revisit this opportunity in the future. Because baby, what you're not gonna do is play with me, and what I'm not gonna do is play with you. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't have time for it. So yeah, but do y'all notice anything different about me? So I'm gonna give y'all a couple of seconds to figure it out. I'm gonna give y'all a couple of seconds to figure it out. Okay, so the thing that's different about me is that, y'all, I don't have on any makeup. Guys, this is my first time starting a vlog in a very long time without any makeup on. Typically, I'll start a vlog and I'm already, you know, made up for the day, or doing something, or getting made up. But because it's late at night and this has been kind of just like a chill day, I don't have on any makeup, and I feel really good, you know, about my skin and stuff like that or whatever. So yeah, girl, y'all getting fresh face, easy breezy cover girl. But yeah, so honestly, y'all, the only thing I feel like I probably could use is maybe some lashes and some eyebrows, and I might be ready for the town. But yeah, girl, so anyway, y'all, that's the only thing going on with the kid tonight. Oh, I did want to tell y'all this, girl. You know that girl and then came down to the thing and said that she might have gotten some of the things wrong. The girl who said that Jay-Z assaulted her, she said she may have gotten some of the things wrong in her statement. But wait a minute, girl. Why she said her daddy picked her up that night from the, you know, after she left Puffy's house. Girl, why the daddy's like... Girl, I'm not laughing at the situation, but girl, the daddy that came down to the thing talking about he do not remember, and I'm just like, oh my God. So I don't know what's gonna happen now. They probably need to do a better job of just vetting everybody, you know, but I'm not defending anybody, because honestly, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I don't put anything past anybody in you know, the entertainment industry, because a lot of that stuff is rooted in control. A lot of people are control freaks. They want to have control, and despite the fact that they have a lot of people who may want them and, you know, that type of thing, they don't want that. They want something that they, you know, that's going to put them in a position of control. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like Puffy, there were plenty of women who were willing to do whatever he wanted them to do. But I don't think that that's what he was looking for. He wanted to be 100% in control, which is why he used some of the tactics. We're going to call them tactics that he used to sedate. We're going to say sedate people to get them to do anything. Because despite the fact that they would have been willing to do things with him, they probably wasn't willing to be with, you know, multiple people or whatever. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, girls, so anyway, I just wanted to give you girls a call on this rainy, gloomy Friday night. And if anything else eventful happens, I'll make sure that I give you guys a call back.
When you do your best, you can tell
Cut the music up.
When you do your best, yeah, that's all you can do. You, me, and anybody else. They always go talk.
Running away from where I'm from, never can stay with no one. Loving you almost feels like something surrounded with open arms. Open arms will get me open. I'm so devoted. You keep me open. Open arms. I'm so devoted to you, to you, to you. Feel like being homeless. So get on insecurity. I know it's just bad, but please put a leash on me anyway. Who needs self-esteem anyway? I hate myself to make you stay. Push me away, I'll be right here.
Oh, I've been thinking of you, and you've been thinking of me.
DJ.
Oh, I'll give all that I have if you give all that I need. Oh, let's be fair, and I think it's time we clear the air. I've been watching you. No, I've been wanting to prove. Girl, speak your mind. You've been thinking all of this time.
Alright y'all, so this is the outfit. I just have on these River Island jeans. I bought these from ASOS. I don't know, girl, a couple of years ago. I have on my infamous Steve Madden boots. Y'all, these boots are so cute and comfortable. And then I don't know if y'all remember this sweater, but I thrifted this sweater from Value Village. So yeah, girl, just a simple little 1-2, nothing too fancy. But anyway, let me get my purse and everything, and I'll see y'all when I get in the car. So I have been having this weird dream, and this dream, I've been having this probably like the last, I don't know, like 10 years or longer. So it's always this dream about this guy. And this is, I don't know who this man is in real life, but he is in the dream, he's always this extremely well-to-do celebrity. And there's always something to do with just him buying me these extravagant gifts. In one of the dreams, I was at the mall, and oh my goodness, he was kind of like, you know, checking me out a little bit or whatever. Girl, in the dream, he bought me a red, I think it was either a BMW or a Mercedes, but it was a red luxury car. So then I had another dream. And in this particular dream, it was like a room full of women for him to choose or whatever. And in the room, everybody was like trying to act pretty and, you know, stuff or whatever. Y'all. And I was in the room. Girl, I was acting like Tokyo Tony.
Get the fuck ASAP after this shit.
I was acting crazy. I was cussing and just... I was acting like a wild ass barracuda girl, y'all. Of all of those girls in the room that was like acting all pretty and stuff. I don't know why this is so funny, y'all. He chose me. He was like, I want you. He chose me or whatever, girl. And then he bought me a this big old house. But in the house, the floors were red marble floors, with some type of like heating mechanism in the floors. And so basically the first part of the house he showed me was the bathroom, because I guess he knew like I love like the bathroom because of the mirror, and you know, it's just a place to get really, you know, pretty and all of that. So in the dream, he was just like telling me how he got the floors installed, you know, just for me, and they were heated and stuff or whatever. And then in this most recent dream, it was another dream like that, and it was just like everything was red. And you know, he bought me like these red leather all-in-one red, like, girl, I was in that thing looking like Suge Knight, girl. So I'm just kind of like, what does that mean? Like, I need my dream experts to tell me, what in the world does that mean? Now, this guy, in every dream, he's always like this really dark skin. Look at him. He's always this dark skinned guy that's very, very tall. And I don't know if he is an athlete or what, but it's just been constant every single dream that I have. Now, I don't have this dream every night, but I have it very, very often enough to, think about it often. And I just want to know what that means. Y'all, I always have like really, really vivid dreams. I know for years before I went back to college, I kept having a dream that I was going to go back to Prairie View. And at the time, I didn't have any intentions on going back to college. I was doing extremely well in my career. Things were going great. I was making great money, and I just didn't have any intentions on going back to school. And then I just kept having this dream over and over and over again. And then, lo and behold, God made a way for me to go back to my alma mater, the illustrious PVAMU. And I am so proud. That was a huge accomplishment for me to go back to school and graduate and, that type of thing or whatever. So, girl, I don't know. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to run that by y'all. So just in case you girls see me with a millionaire and I'm driving an all red something, y'all will know what that's about. So, okay, let me find me somewhere to park so we can pull up on Kroger and grab a couple of things, and I'll call y'all back.
This world,
maybe you a star, like everything goes.
So, girls, we received a message from one of you fabulous bombshells. Y'all, one of the bombshells put a message in the comment section saying that because of my coaching and all of the advice that I give, that she landed a 6-figure project management position. And I am so proud of her. This is the second person that has, emailed me or messaged me letting me know that because of my corporate advice, interviewing tips and stuff like that, that they were able to land an amazing opportunity. And as much as I love, y'all, I really enjoy career-oriented things. I know that's like a weird hobby or whatever. I just love that type of stuff. I love giving advice. I love helping people or coaching, giving advice on how to interview, and I love doing that type of thing. And so just someone also put in the comment section, like, asking or suggesting that I make that like a full-time business. And the reason why I don't do it like one-on-one, that's something I was interested in, but y'all, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work when you're doing it one-on-one, and the amount of work that it takes in comparison to the amount of money, it just doesn't add up, because even though I don't do resumes or anything like that, I don't do resumes, I still have to review your resume and make suggestions, and it's time consuming. Even now that I use ChatGPT to help me analyze, like if I were to analyze your resume, I used to just do it, on my own, and I'm still really strong and sharp, but why not enlist the help of ChatGPT? But even with that, it's very time consuming, And then too, I think sometimes people, they don't always realize like how time consuming it is. And, like in some cases when it comes to like resume stuff, people don't understand the work that it takes to do the evaluations and the coaching and stuff like that. And I don't always feel like, they take that into consideration. And sometimes, you're left feeling, not taken advantage of, but I will say sometimes you're left feeling disadvantaged, because y'all, it's a lot of work, just for me to, even if I were just to look at your resume and evaluate your resume, I can't just put that into ChatGPT. I have to know the inputs. I have to know that I would have to say, ChatGPT, I need you to reanalyze this particular section of the resume, like, it don't just do all of the work for you. You have to give it certain commands, and me just analyzing that in and of itself, it takes a long time, and so I don't know. It's something that I tried to do, but I realized that it's just really time consuming. And the work is very, very rewarding, but the payoff is not, the money. Then of course I am extremely compassionate, and I'm very considerate, and I figure if you're coming to me to have me help you find a job or to get a higher paying position, you more than likely don't have necessarily the resources to you don't have the financial resources to pay the amount that I would charge, and so then you start feeling bad, like, shit, like this is an expensive service, this is a service that's $300 an hour, but who's gonna pay $300 an hour? And I get it, my price is my price, but it's well worth it I can't guarantee that you're gonna walk away making $150,000 a year or more. I can only coach you to the best of what I can coach you to. You still have to show up in the interview. Now, let me say this. What I wish is that, how you go on an interview and it's a panel and you got to interview with all of these people. I wish that with that, you could bring somebody with you to help you, which would be me. I wish that I could show up with candidates and I could represent you kind of like an attorney, but not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know the name of it, but that would be so, oh my God, because y'all will be tearing them people up in them jobs. Y'all will be tearing them up in them interviews, girl. If it was just me and you, and we had to go against a panel of 6 people, baby, we'll be tearing them fools up. You would absolutely get the job if I come. You know what I'm saying? I'm not aggressive when I interview for jobs, and when I've interviewed in the past, I'm not aggressive, but I am very, 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 very confident. I'm very confident. And then I also be going into interviews like, the way that I go into an interview is more like, I need to make sure that this is a good fit for me as well. I don't interview like, oh my God, I need a job, God, please. I don't interview like that. I interview at the same confidence and capacity that the interviewer is interviewing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I try to, coach to. Like, I'm not telling you to go in there and be cocky and but you do need to be prepared to ask questions, and you do need to be in a position where those questions that you ask are discovery questions, and maybe you'll at the end of the process feel like this isn't the opportunity for me. Now, if you just want to take a job until you get something else, then yeah, do that. But I think you should go in with a lot of confidence. And I think sometimes these companies be knowing like they gonna put you through the ringer. Why would you put this person through an interview with 6 people, and then not only do they have to do that, you got to go through 5, 6, 7 interviews before you even know if you got the job or not or whatever. So yeah, they need to create something like that. They need to create like, well, you're going to have a 6-panel interview, and you need to be able to be like, okay, well, since I'm going to have a 6-panel interview, I'm going to be bringing my coaching liaison with me, Rochelle Chanel, the extraordinaire, so that would be, oh my God, that would be kind of like a little bit of a dream job for your girl. Y'all, if I could just go out and interview for people, oh my God, y'all, if I could go out and interview for you, I'm the one that show yeah, I would be a millionaire. I know that I would. I would probably be a millionaire in a month, because most people I know, they hate interviewing. Now, I'm not saying I enjoy interviewing. I just know that you have to come in with a certain tactic. And then too, you have to kind of have like a little certain personality about you. Like when I was interviewing, one of the things that I would do, and y'all, I would always get the job. They always say like, okay, well, do you have any final questions? And my final question would always be like, when do I start? But it would always be like funny, and I would make everybody would always laugh. Like they would really love that. And I always got the job. And if I didn't get the job, it was because I didn't want it. There's been some jobs where I'm like, hell no. If y'all want me to interview for y'all, just email me, hit me at ROCHELLE@gmail.com. Yeah. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, y'all, girls, we're gonna do something together for the first time. Y'all, I've never made cornbread before. Cornbread. Is it cornbread? Cornbread. Y'all, we gonna make some cornbread. I'm from the South. It's cornbread. Cornbread. We gonna make some cornbread. And so, yeah. But anyway, I don't know, y'all, like, this is crazy.
I see the moon, I see the moon, I see the moon. Oh, when you're looking at the sun.
Ladies, do not center yourself around no man. If you find yourself a king and you want to love on your king and all this stuff, keep pieces of you. Keep pieces of you. Whole pieces of you. Do not allow this person, and don't get so swept up in the representative that you don't pay attention to the things, because usually gentlemen speak to women on how they are in the beginning. Sometimes we are captivated by the look. We may be captivated by the charm.
Yeah.
And we also may be captivated by the money.
Absolutely.
They may captivate you by these things. Listen closely. Listen closely. Pay attention closely. I'm not here to bash men, bash dating, bash this. I'm telling you, do not lose yourself so that you'll be in a space as a woman. As this woman is over here, what am I going to do?
Baby, let me tell you something. That is like some of the best advice. And I remember when I was younger, like my mom and my aunts, they would, try to give me advice and stuff like that or whatever. But, when you're young, you kind of think you know everything. And I think just being, in relationships at a young age, it's like I literally used to make everything about the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had stuff to do, if the person I was dating, if he would call, I would just drop everything. I mean, and this is a young girl's game. You know what I'm saying? But as I got older, I realized, like, listen, let me tell you something. Even if I had to go sit up down to the Walmart parking lot and pretend that I had something else going on, I did it, because I feel like it's either that game of like, people think they got you. Oh, okay, well, she's always available to me. I got her. You know what I'm saying? And so there still has to be some level of mystique. And I hate that, because it kind of feels like, you're playing a game. Now, as you get older, it's not as much of a big deal, because you really do have stuff going on, you got a lot of different things going on. But when you are young and college age or a little bit older, you literally have to always kind of make it seem like you have other things going on. You can never be 100% fully available. And you can't stop doing the things that you enjoy doing. I've seen so many people like give up their hobbies and give up the things that they enjoy to spend time with this person. And mostly it's the woman that gives up everything and her life fully becomes him. And then guys rarely give up anything, and it's just like, if he plays a certain sport or if he does something, all of a sudden she's now invested in this particular sport. Or if he has a hobby, now that's her hobby or whatever. And it's so important to have different outside interests outside of your relationship. It's nothing wrong with y'all having things together, but you know, make sure that you're involved in just different things, because like, God forbid something happens or y'all break up, you guys break up, and it's like you got to kind of redefine everything that you love. And then also, girl, not to mention even the co-mingling of the friends. I'm not saying not be his friend, but y'all, I know people who they'll get in a relationship and they'll dump their friends, and then the person that they're with, his friends, will become their friends. Then when they break up, her friend group is gone, and you know his friends are gonna go with him. I feel like it's really, really sad that you just can't be your true, authentic self. Even something as simple as like being the first one to initiate a good morning text, or being the one to tell the other person that you miss them. And it's just like, you know, like one guy, he was asking like, if a woman is up, like she wakes up 2 or 3 hours before the man does, why can't she just send the good morning text? And it was so many women that was like, because it shifts the energy. You know, it's just like the problem with men sometimes, and this is just in my opinion, and I'm not saying every man, I'm just saying from what I've seen, sometimes it's like when you start to initiate the text messages and that kind of stuff or whatever, you do see the dynamics change. You do see where they start to kind of get a little bit more lax. You do see where the effort is not there as much. And so it's like you almost have to hold out. You have to make sure that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's a safe place to say those things, you know. And that's sad. Like, I don't know of any other relationship you can have literally outside of just a intimate relationship with a man, like where you can tell someone you miss them and they not take it for granted. Like even something as simple as work. You can have your favorite coworker, they can go on vacation and come back after 2 weeks and you be like, oh my God, I missed you. And it can be a man or a woman, and it's the dynamics are still intact. You can, you know, say that to a best friend, a family member, one of your favorite employees at a store, literally anybody in the world. You can tell them that you miss them and they feel appreciated and the relationship is still intact. But the minute you say that to somebody you're dating, it's like the shift is there. Another thing that I've seen in that, like men who can't like accept, like when you be like, I missed you, like a lot of times, I hate to say this, but girl, they did not get that love, that type of love growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was growing up, like my mom would always say stuff like, I love you, words of affirmation, like you look so pretty or you're so smart. Like the thing that my mom always instilled in me was how smart I was. Like I heard that more than anything. I heard pretty a lot, but I heard smart a lot as well. And so that was important to me. So anytime somebody would tell me I was smart or pretty, that was like, yeah, you know. But with guys, I don't think that they always hear those things growing up. Like maybe guys don't hear, like maybe their parents are not, by the way, I always have to say this, not every guy, but I'm just saying like maybe a lot of guys don't always hear like that they're handsome or that they're smart or that they, you know, that maybe they don't grow up in families where their family is used to saying, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so maybe because of that, they're not really able to receive love as easily, you know, as maybe women. Like the last guy that I dated, I don't think that he grew up like that. Like I knew like his dad was like a military guy and, you know, his mom was a school teacher and that type of thing. But I don't think that he grew up with his family constantly like reassuring him that they loved him or, you know, that type of thing. I never told him that I loved him, but he really would, like, if I was to tell him that he was handsome, it was almost like he had never heard that before. Or if I said, you look handsome, or that type of thing, he just wasn't it just felt like he wasn't used to that, or me telling him that I missed him or whatever. And it's like, even though he would still, you know, be around, it would just be like weird how it just felt like the dynamic shifted. Like it was just hard for him to accept that, reinstilling in them that they are smart and that type of stuff or whatever. And I think for me, like, I maybe would tell somebody like, oh, you're smart and you're capable, or, you know, those types of things. Because for me, again, that was like the highest compliment that I could ever get. Like me being told that I'm smart or I'm intelligent, that's the highest compliment. I know some people like to be told that they're pretty, that they smell good, but for me, being told that I'm smart is like the highest of the high. So because for me, that's the highest of the high, when I see that level of intellect or smarts in someone else, I feel the need to compliment it. But girl, you would be surprised. It's so many people and men specifically out here that just have a hard time with just accepting a genuine compliment. One of my love languages is words of affirmation, and because it's a love language, it's what I give. But I just would find myself like not saying anything, you know what I'm saying? Like I just stopped complimenting. I just stopped all of that. I don't know. I just pray like for all of my bombshells out there that really want to find love, and you know, the genuine love you deserve, that you find it, or you just find happiness overall. But more importantly, I pray that we all find just contentment and happiness within ourselves, because that's the true happiness. And it's like sometimes the love that you are looking for and the acceptance that you are looking for is in the mirror. That's kind of where I am right now, and it is scary. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it is scary to just feel like I don't desire to have a relationship, but I've just found so much contentment with just being, not having to be in a relationship, not having to like share my bed and my body and my boobs and my brain. Look at all of them B's, girl. The bed, the body, the brain, the boobs. None of that. I'm just like, I just don't want to have to share any of that with anybody. You know, I don't want somebody like trying to wake me up at 2 o'clock in the morning, squeezing on my boobs and my booty. I don't want to deal with that. You know, trying to pull on my little braid that be sticking out of my wig. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know, my braid be sticking out of my empty bonnet at night. I don't want nobody yanking on my little braid. Yanking on my braid at night, like, wake up, you know what I'm saying? And they be laying on their side like this. Girl, they be laying on their side like this, trying to, you know, poke you in your back. I don't have time for that. I don't want to deal with that. I just don't want to. Oh my gosh. You know, I don't know. Maybe one day, you know, y'all will see your girl going on a date. I used to be going on dates and stuff, and I'm gonna be honest, I have been on some dates and I didn't tell y'all. You know, it was kind of like one of those things where whoever figured it out, but I wouldn't just outright be like, I'm going on a date. You know what I'm saying? So there have been quite a few times where I've gone out on dates, but I just never mentioned it or whatever. I don't know, girls. I think we just need to focus on eat, pray, love ourselves, travel, find out the thing that is going to make you the happiest. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is, just sit down and figure out that one thing or two things that is going to make you happy, and then chase that thing. You know, that's something that I did after my breakup, and I just couldn't figure it out. And I hate to say this, and I hate to sound shallow, but y'all, the one thing that helped me get over my breakup was going to get my boobs done. So that was like the best decision I ever made. But anyway, oh my God, y'all, look at me. Look at me. Look at me opening up. But anyway, y'all, we need to find we need to find us something on TV. Wait a minute, I just got a message from one of you fabulous bombshells. Girl, so y'all, anyway, okay, you know what? I done told enough of my business, and if I keep this camera going, I might tell y'all a little bit more or whatever, but I don't want to do that. So anyway, girls, let me try to find something on TV, and I'll give you guys a call back later.
With your permission, tonight I want a little of me on you.
All right, girls, welcome back to another episode of Rock's Ratchet Kitchen. Hey, okay, y'all. So I told y'all yesterday that this is my first time making cornbread. So we're gonna be using Jiffy cornbread, and this is the honey flavor. Hold on, let me take my butter out. Okay, y'all, why am I nervous? Baby, okay, so the cornbread said I need 1 egg, the Jiffy mix obviously, and 1/3 cup of milk. But what I'm gonna do, we're not gonna worry about measuring the milk. I'm just gonna go off of the consistency that I like. And then we're gonna be using the infamous silicone pan or whatever. In fact, I washed this in the dishwasher, but I don't really feel like confident. I'm gonna rewash this real quick. I'll be right back. Now, girl, somebody told me when you make cornbread, you're not supposed to mix it until the batter is smooth, but that don't sound right, you know? I'm like, I want my batter to be, I don't want no lumpy cornbread, you know? Okay. Hold on, let me wipe this thing off. So girl, I was just over here listening to Dre. Y'all know that guy? He's on TikTok and he does all those food reviews. And he was talking about like how social media impacted him. One thing that he said was how like when he got to like 700,000 subscribers, he was like his head got big, and he was just saying like how that can really cause you like having a big following and getting a lot of subscribers really quickly, how that can really like inflate your ego. And I'm gonna be honest, I've heard a lot of things of how this industry could impact you, how it makes you grow in a positive way. I have never heard that, I never heard, nor did I ever know that getting a lot of subscribers and that type of stuff could cause you to change in that capacity. And so he said like, he started changing and his head got big. He didn't go into a lot of detail, but he did say that God humbled him. And then after God humbled him, he was like, he had to come back down because he said he was on one. And I was like, wow. So that was pretty interesting to hear. Another thing that he said was how sometimes, you want to do this whole social media thing, and then you're looking at other people and comparing your journey to other people, but you're not realizing that you may not be able to handle the success that they've had, Okay, let me do this so you guys can see what I'm doing. We're gonna add in the cornbread. I am going to try to kind of get some of these lumps out of here. I'm sure everyone in Bombshell Nation has made cornbread before. I'm pretty confident I'm the only person that's never done this. So I'm just trying to do it so y'all can let me know if I'm doing it right, Okay, so we got the lumps. Most of the lumps are out. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna add my egg. And butter. All right, we're gonna mix this. Oh, y'all, not the, okay, I'm gonna mix this up. Y'all, don't be chewing me up down to the comment section, because I told y'all this is my first time, so I'm gonna add just a little bit of milk at a time. 1, 2. So that's all the milk I think I'm gonna add for right now. Alrighty, let's mix this up. Okay, I don't know, girl. Ooh, I think maybe, what y'all think? Maybe a little bit more milk? It's thick. Is it supposed to be thick like this? Hold on, let me move this and put this right here. I don't know, girl. Is it supposed to be thick? Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit more milk. Okay. All right, I think that's how it's supposed to look, y'all. I don't know, shit. All right, y'all, so I put that in the oven. So it said, oh, wait a minute. I know it said 400, but how long? Hold on. All right, y'all, so we're gonna let that bake for like 13 to 17 minutes and hopefully they'll come out good. Okay, so now I'm just gonna make just some sweet potatoes and some rice because we're gonna be eating those turkey necks now, girls. I did shred all of the meat off of the bone of the turkey neck, the po man oxtail. So the po man oxtail has departed from the bone. So let me make that. You guys know how to make yams and rice probably way better than I do. But anyway, let me make that and then I'll call y'all back once the cornbread is done.
2,000 years later.
Girl, y'all, the darn fire alarm keep going off. Oh my God. And the stuff not even burnt, girl. So y'all, this is how the cornbread came out. Why the fire alarm is continuously going off, I have no idea. Baby, I didn't already start eating. So this is Rock's Ratchet Kitchen with the ratchet plates. Okay, so this is what we have. So I made some yams. I had some greens. This is the turkey necks on top of rice. And this is the cornbread that almost burnt the house down. But it's so delicious. Okay, so we are about to wash a wig. One of my fabulous bombshells was interested in this unit. So I always get questions about how I wash the wigs. How do I make them smell so good? Basically, the trick is using Cremo. So that's how I get the wigs to smell really, really good and be deep conditioned. Guys, Cremo is like a body wash. All right, y'all, so after I wet everything down, I just kind of like to, you know, comb through it a little bit with a fine-tooth comb. And this kind of just helps to get all of that residue and stuff off of the wig. Y'all, my wigs don't always have a lot of buildup because I probably wear a different wig like every day or every other day. So this one does not have really any buildup because this wig was literally worn like 3 times. And then after that, I just never wore it again. And that's 3 times over like the last 6 months. So yeah. Okay, let me go get my other comb. All right, so the next thing that I like to do is just comb through the wig. So I'll just comb through everything just to get it detangled. And then after I get everything detangled, I wash it again. And then I pretty much deep condition it. As far as what I use for deep conditioner, I use the silicone mix, which is this right here. All right, girls, I had to charge this Ring camera. Let me see. All right, let's see. I want to make sure that I do not put it in here upside down. Okay, yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, girl, y'all. That damn Ring doorbell done wore me out, girl. So I finally got it hooked back up. So listen, I am about to end the vlog here, but before I end the vlog, guys, we're having a sale, and this sale is for the sick and the shut-in wigs. So normally I sell my wigs for about $120, $125, and then I charge $5 for shipping. And that's because we cut out the middleman, and so you guys just go directly through me. But anyway, y'all, this is a gorgeous wig and it smells amazing. But guys, this is a drawstring wig. So the reason why I am selling this wig for $80, that's the price of this gorgeous wig, is because I do not like the drawstring. If you feel like you can work your magic on this wig, y'all see that drawstring part right there? and then it's this right here. If you feel like you can work your magic and you can sew your own elastic or whatever on here and to make it more secure, it is secure, but I just don't like how this unit was made. And y'all know I have a small head, so when I did the wig review, I had to tie this thing like super freaking tight or whatever. So you would have to figure out, you know, how to adjust it so you know it could feel secure or whatever. But if there's anybody out here interested, just send me an email, and you're gonna name the email buy wig. No, I'm just joking. You can just name the email, you know, wig, $80 wig or whatever. First come, first serve. But y'all, this is a gorgeous wig. This wig has never been worn. It's already been washed and conditioned, and it smells amazing. But yeah, so I just want to make you aware of the fact that if you purchase it, you absolutely positively are gonna have to make some adjustments or whatever because of the drawstring. I'll be honest, I wish that they would stop making wigs like this, but the problem with these wig companies is like when you start offering suggestions, they get offended and then they don't want to work with you anymore, even when your suggestion is really professional or whatever. So I've just stopped making suggestions. And what I do now is when they want to send me, like if they wanted to send me another one of these, I would just decline, because I just feel like it's a beautiful wig. The quality is gorgeous, but it's just the way that it was made. Okay, the next wig that's on the sick and the shut-in list is this beauty right here. Guys, this wig was gray and black when I first purchased it, but I dyed it black, and then the gray part of it just turned this really pretty caramel brown. The problem with this unit is that it does shed. It's not shedding now, because I combed everything out or whatever. It's been washed already, but I just feel like, you know, normally I wouldn't sell this, but it's in great condition. It's just the shedding. And also, y'all, I only wore this wig about 2 times after the initial installation. It's a beautiful wig. The quality of the hair is gorgeous. It's just the shedding. So again, this is a $80 wig. So it is, y'all, but the quality of this hair is just gorgeous. And I think all of these wigs are for, you know, like a size 22 wig, a size 22 head. Last but not least, girl, Hair BB. So initially when I got this wig, the company was like, oh, this wig was $700 to make or whatever. And then I had quite a few of the bombshells that were interested in a unit. And at the time I priced it for like a little bit over $200. And then from there, of course, I guess people were like, And I'm glad that nobody purchased it for that price, because even after really deep conditioning the wig, washing it, doing so many different things to it to soften up the hair is, I'm gonna be honest, it's average at best. I'm sorry, not Hair BB. This is a RPG show wig. And so it's a beautiful wig. The color is beautiful, but it is the texture of the hair that has me concerned. I would feel so sad if someone would have purchased this wig for over $200. So I am glad that it didn't sell, because I just feel like the quality is not up to par. So for this particular wig, it would only be $100. And so that would pretty much be the price of the wig. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful wig, but it's just the texture of the hair that I don't like. And now, oh, it smells so good. This one has already been washed and conditioned as well. So anyway, girls, if any of you fabulous bombshells are interested in any of those wigs from the sick and the shut-in list, email me at ROCHELLECHANEL@gmail.com, and I'll make sure that I respond back, and we'll get everything, we'll get the ball rolling so I can get your gorgeous unit out to you. But anyway, girls, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here, because I need to go ahead and finish editing or whatever. So yeah, but I'll be picking the camera up again early in the morning, really depending on what time I go to bed tonight. But anyway, girls, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.